The benefits and risks of feeding organ meat, specifically liver, to our dogs.
Are you looking to learn more about natural pet health and wellness? You've come to the right place. Click the link to subscribe to Veterinary Secrets.
Liver, it is a nutritional powerhouse. It's packed with essential vitamins, minerals, protein. It can offer some great benefits to your dog, improving the quality of their diet, but there's things you need to be aware of. I'm going to show you how to safely feed it to your dog and how to properly prepare it. There isn't a big demand for liver in the human population, hence it's something that is relatively inexpensive, and it's a simple, easy thing to add into your dog's diet to generally markedly improve the quality. And of all the different organ meats out there, the liver, the kidney, the heart, for instance, it is considered almost like the king. It's one of the most nutrient-dense organs, can really benefit your dog, and it's not expensive. The liver, it's packed with essential vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin D, vitamin K, B12. It's rich in minerals, iron, copper, zinc. Zinc, for instance, it can improve your dog's skin and coat. It's key to a robust immune response. It's really important if your dog is injured, especially if they've broken a bone. It can actually help speed bone healing. The additional vitamin A found in the liver may actually help your dog's eyes. Potentially can improve vision. Right, Poodle? Oh. Some of the antioxidant vitamins found in liver, such as vitamin E, plays a key role in helping eliminate some of these free radicals. We know that anytime we have more free radicals in the body, we're much more likely to have cell damage, i.e. cancer. Vitamin B12, iron, for instance, they're pretty key to abnormal red blood cell production. Not only all that, liver also contains glucosamine and chondroitin. Those are two key nutrients which are really important to help our dogs support their joint system, i.e. help them if they have arthritis. They can help a dog like Tula who's got some arthritis. Right, Poodle? And the liver, it's a great source of protein. It can help ensure your dog stays at a healthy weight, ensure they have proper, robust functioning enzymes, which are critical for virtually everything functioning in the body. But overfeeding liver, it can cause problems. Tula here, she's a cautionary tale. The primary concern, you feed too much liver, you can cause vitamin A toxicity. Some of those signs in young puppies, you can see bone abnormalities, you can see GI signs, vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, stomach upset. There may be stiffness or pain, especially when moving the neck. And in Tula's case, it wasn't based on cooked liver, it was me feeding her way too many of a type of treat, which happens to be primarily liver. Her primary presenting sign was her appetite was a little bit off, and she had elevated liver enzymes. She was brought in to have a dental, pre-surgical blood work, showed high ALT. So yes, believe it or not, too much liver can affect your dog's liver. Liver is fairly high in copper and iron. Too much of those minerals, potentially that could harm your dog. Typically, that's not something that's usually seen. Another concern is toxin accumulation. The liver is this big organ, it's filtering the blood, it's ensuring that things that shouldn't be in an animal's body aren't there. They can concentrate in the liver. So it may contain toxic metals such as cadmium, lead, even arsenic. Then lastly, there's a risk of bacterial contamination. You never know exactly how the animal is slaughtered. Did bacteria come in contact with that organ meat? Possibly. So how should you start to safely feed liver to your dog? First, you're going to introduce it gradually. You're just going to feed it a couple times a week. We're going to start with small amounts. Half a teaspoon for a small dog. Upwards of a tablespoon for a larger dog. The big rule of thumb is no more than 5 to 10% of your dog's total diet should come from this organ meat, should come from liver. Based on my experience with Tula, I would suggest go for 5%, and I have a few other tips there to ensure that you can do it safely. In other words, don't do what I did. So how do you best prepare it? We have our stove, our pot, and a little bit of water. I might grab myself a chicken liver. Yum. It's gonna go in our pot of water. I'm gonna cover it with a lid. We're gonna steam that for about 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes and my pot has come into my office / film studio / library. Yes, it's a multi-purpose room. Anyway, I think you can see it. That's what it looks like. Lightly steamed liver. Yum. The idea behind the steaming is you want to kill any of those surface bacteria that could have been on this chicken liver, But I didn't want to completely cook it all the way through because we're going to denature so many of those other good enzymes that are within the liver. So we're trying to do the best of both things. Lightly steamed ensures we have the best of both worlds, in my opinion. And as far as minimizing the chance of toxicity, number one, I think you're much safer off choosing something like a chicken liver. The problem when you've got this older cow that's had years and years and years of growing, it's got years and years and years of accumulating toxins. Just by age of having a younger animal, less toxins. Ideally opt for organic or pasture-raised animals. This came from free-run chickens. They're running around outside, they're eating grass. I know there's a far lower chance of this having harmful toxins. So how do you serve it? Like, what are my tips? Well, number one, you're starting small. We're just gonna start with a small amount. For a small dog, like Tula, even a half a teaspoon. With the general rule of thumb, not feeding more than 5% of the diet. So with a dog like Tula, she eats about 1 cup of packed food per day. 5% of 1 cup, that would equate to 1 tablespoon. And I'd be giving this to her just twice a week. And my suggestion to ensure that you're doing this safely, start with a half or even a quarter of this at first. Ensure that your dog can tolerate it. There's no vomiting, there's no diarrhea, there's no stomach upset. And then you're gonna gradually up the amount, going from that little quarter or half a teaspoon up to that 1 tablespoon per cup of food. As far as Tula goes, I was feeding her a whole lot more than the equivalent of 1 tablespoon of these liver-based treats per day. Sometimes I was probably giving her 3 or 4 tablespoons a day, way too much. And I was giving that every single day. It's not like I, spaced it out like I'm suggesting in the video here where you're just feeding it twice a week. No, I was giving it every day. She probably had that many liver treats for an entire year. Oh, bad owner. If your dog won't consume this whole, you could throw it in a blender, you could chop it into small pieces, mix it in with your food. And you can even consider dehydrating the liver. It makes a wonderful treat. And, get yourself a dehydrator. You can even do it in your oven. But just, be thoughtful. Just do it. You're feeding the treats. They are treats. They're not meant to replace your dog's diet. The maximum percent of all the liver they should ever get is only 5% of the diet. So it would be 1 tablespoon per cup of food fed daily if you calculate that out throughout the week. Virtually most breeds, they can eat liver. It's also safe for puppies. But number one, you need to be thoughtful. You're just feeding it in small, appropriate amounts, maximum twice a week. And if your dog has any underlying health condition, they have a copper storage disease, obviously you don't be feeding them liver. They've got kidney disease. Liver can be pretty high in phosphorus, then you're not feeding them liver. And if your dog has elevated liver enzymes like Tula has, you're not getting fed liver. No more liver for you. So should you be feeding liver to your dog? Well, yes, it is a nutrient-dense powerhouse. It's got a number of different vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids. Being high in protein, it can really improve the quality of your dog's diet. But take my tips to heart. Just feed small amounts twice a week. You're sticking to 5% of your dog's diet. You're going to choose pasture-raised liver, and preferably coming from a chicken, not from a cow. Then you're going to just lightly steam it. So you're going to retain all those good essential nutrients within the liver, but you're going to kill any of the surface bacteria which potentially harm your dog. And if you follow those steps, you can safely feed liver to your dog, and it could really help them. Thanks so much for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets of feeding liver to your dogs. Click up there to subscribe, hit the bell to sign up for notifications, and when you click that link directly in the box below, I can send you a copy of my free book.